A over B minus D minus E over F minus D. So what we do here is very simple. Alright, we plug in all the values that we are given. So A is equals to 3. We're going to plug in the value of 3A. We're going to plug in the value of B, which is 4. We're going to plug in the value of C, which is negative 6. D, negative 5, and E to be 2. Okay, and that allows us to find the value of F over here. So when we are doing this, right, you just be careful. Take note of the order of operation, because sometimes, most of the time, the mistakes come from doing the wrong order of operation. So let me go one by one. So C is equals to A over B. So you can see if I have C equals to A over, I'll just write the shadow first, so that you can see what I'm planting in. Okay, F minus D. So over here, C, I'm going to put a value of negative 6. Okay, since it's by itself, I'm not going to put a bracket. I'm just going to put negative 6 equals A. So A is 3. 3 over here. Fraction. My B is 4. Minus. My D is negative 5. So I'm just going to put negative 5. Okay. Right. You can put a bracket. You can choose not to put a bracket. Okay. Also, let's say maybe I don't put a bracket. Minus E. So E is 2. D is negative 5. So there's a minus. So take note, there's a minus of negative 5. You are subtracting D, and D is negative 5. So it's a minus minus 5. Okay. So this portion is very important. If you see 2 minus sign, you put a bracket just in case. Right. So there's a F over here. Okay. So over on this side, I mean, what you can do is in order to get to your F, right, you have to slowly reverse all the terms one by one. So you know that there's a minus 5 minus 2, there's a fraction. This will probably come first, right? So one by one. The first part, what I'll do is, you can see that if I simplify this, minus 5 minus 2, this will give me a negative 7. Negative minus 5, that actually is a plus 5. Okay, so the next step, I'm just going to write it nicely. Negative 6 equals to 3 over 4 minus, and there's a minus of a minus 7 here. Right, so if you have a minus 7, this is like you have a negative times negative. Okay, if you minus 7, it's like plus 7. So I'm just going to put it as a plus 7. Okay, my denominator is F minus 5, so it's F plus 5. Okay, so the next step, I will slowly bring my terms over. To get rid of 3 over 4, right, I subtract 3 over 4 on both sides. I subtract 3 over 4 on both sides. Okay, so plus 3 over 4 minus 3 over 4, that will give me a 0 pair. The 0 will go away. So on the left hand side, negative 6 minus 3 over 4, that gives me like a negative 6 and 3 over 4 equals to 7 over F plus 5. So you remember, you always ask me whether is it good to leave the answer as an improper fraction or mixed number. So in this case, I'm going to tell you that, of course, you see, if like that, it's a bit troublesome. But if at the moment I put it as a negative, I write it as an improper fraction, and I just put my negative sign at the top. It doesn't matter whether you put it at the top or the bottom, but not both. Okay, because it's a singular minus sign. Now, once you are in this position, you can do either multiply by the denominator, or you can just do what we call cross multiply. So cross multiply will tell you that negative 27. Let me just write it on the left hand side. Negative 27 F plus 5. Okay, you can see the red arrow gives me the terms in red. And if I use a blue arrow, 7 times 4, this will give me the terms in blue. And this is 4 times 7. Okay, so it's not that bad. The idea of doing cross multiply, must remember that there's an equal sign, and you have a fraction equals to fraction. That's where you can cross. After which, negative 27 to F, that's minus 27F. Negative 7 to 5, that's negative 27 times 5, that's negative 135. On the right hand side, 4 times 7 is 28. So this is negative 27F. 28, so from here to here, I'll probably need to reverse this minus 135. So that will make me add 135 on both sides. Okay, that gives me the answer 163. Okay, from negative 27F to making F the value. So I can see that there's a negative 27 multiplied to F. So I have to divide by negative 27. If it's negative 27 multiplied, you divide by negative 27. Okay, this is how you reverse. So I also divide by negative 27 on my right, and my final answer just turned out to be negative 163 over 27. You can also write the answer as negative 6 1 over 27. Okay, whether it's improper or mixed number as your answer, it doesn't matter.